Well, I'm on the phone with head football coach of the Ellsworth Eagles, Dwayne Crawford. And Dwayne, as it's pouring out here, and you answered the phone, you reminded me, and you said, well, at least it's not snow. And if you recall, last year, that last game never happened because of the snow.
Yeah, we had a lot of it, 18 inches or something like that. So, yeah, it's it's not snowing. That's a good thing.
All right, and your final game of the season this Friday night at Medomak Valley, it's an exhibition game. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's Medomak Valley is a newer program like us, and they're partially self-funded. The school, I think, pays for the coaching stipends and maybe a few other things, but they still have to fundraise for their equipment and everything that goes along with the program. So they don't have lights down there, so they've rented them for Friday night, and they did that for their homecoming game against Holt, I believe, and they had about 1,000 people there. So this is kind of a fundraiser for them, as well as getting programs used to playing in postseason. Neither one of us would play in the postseason, although we both would have qualified to play. I think they would have gone in fourth place maybe, and we would have gone in fifth. So it gives us, one more game to get the kids used to playing that one last, one more game into what would have been a postseason game, and we'll help generate some funds for them for their program. And we'll play varsity the first half, and what we loosely project is what could be our starting offense defense for the third quarter, and then JVs in the fourth quarter, although third and fourth quarter will probably look pretty similar with some minor changes. But so everyone will get to play. It'll be fun. It's not about the score. It's about going down and having a good time and watching the kids play, and maybe doing a little bit of evaluating at the different positions they're playing in, and giving us something to work with going into next year. So just a good time. They're going to feed us afterwards, and it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a nice day, and like you said, no snow.
Exactly, and thank gosh this rain is not snow. Otherwise, we'd be buried like we were last year.
I know. So, but all in all, it's we've had a pretty good week of practice. The kids have had a good time, and we'll have one more practice tonight, just more or less a walkthrough outside if we can, if not in the gym, and then get ready to head down there around 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
And you've got a team dinner tonight as well.
We do, and a big thank you to Pat's Pizza and Tim McCarthy. They're supplying us with all the pizza, and I can't thank them enough for doing that. It goes above and beyond for all the sports teams in Ellsworth, so they'll have some pizza and one last team dinner, it's been great. The parents have done a great job with that. Valerie Moon and everybody that she's put together and followed up with to make sure all this has happened, and Russ and Nina White, they've held one at their house, and it's great, and it's great starting that tradition. That's something we started last year, I believe, and it's just evolved from there, and it's the kids have a great time, and the only thing I worry about with them at team dinner is they get involved in extracurricular activities afterwards, in basketball or something, and someone gets hurt. But they've been pretty good. So, it's a great team building event, and good to get them one good meal before we go out and play on that following Friday.
All right. So we'll talk again on Monday, and it'll be our last coaches show. And I guess at that point, what I'd like you to do is to talk about the coaches, because we haven't talked about the coaches this year. And,
yes.
I think I'll give you a chance to. I'm going to ask you now, and then I'm going to ask you again on Monday after you've had a little bit of reflection. But top of your head, first thing that comes to your mind, the highlight of the season this year.
Oh, wow. I guess because it was the first win would have to be Washington Academy. I think that was, that wasn't our best game, but it was the first one.
Yeah,
it's always going to be special, and the kids' faces afterwards, and how excited they were, and and homecoming and senior night are right behind that. Obviously, they were really ecstatic after homecoming, after that win, and then our last home game win as well. So, but that first was always the hardest, and that was special.
All right. Well, we'll let you reflect upon that over the weekend.
Okay.
It's a tough question to throw out there, but I thought it would be that first victory of the program, and there's nothing like the first.
No, there isn't.
It's been a season of firsts. I mean, we sit there and we talked about it, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's one win, and Coach, you ended up with 5 so far this season, and it's just been an awesome year.
It has. It's been a great year, and it's given us something that we can build on for next year. And I think the kids coming in next year are excited to come in and play. And it's a whole different atmosphere when you're able to have a winning season, and everybody wants to be at practice, and everyone wants to participate, and people want to be a part of the program. And like somebody told me the other day, as hard as everybody works, has worked in the past and has put in the time. People want to be associated with a winner. They'll follow a winner, and that's what it's about at the varsity level anyway. And we want to build character and find young men and women as they come out of the program, and that's part of it as well. But if you're going to put in all that hard work and time, then you want to come out with a W every Friday night. So that's it's been a lot of fun.
All right, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
All right. Thanks, Chris.